I was born with a rebellious streak. I literally can't understand what people want from me. My foster mother said my brother could go to school, but I couldn't because he had something extra that I didn't have. So that night, I took the scissors and cut it right off him. My foster parents were furious. They beat me senseless and gave me to the old bachelor in the village. I put rat poison in his dinner that same day. The old pervert ended up in the hospital, and I got sent back home. My foster parents refused to feed me, saying they'd starve me to death. Fine then, if I can't eat, nobody eats. I ran to the fields and burned every damn crop in the village to the ground. So when my biological parents finally found me, the whole village was celebrating with drums and firecrackers. My foster mother grabbed my mom's hands, tears streaming down her face. "Your daughter's got serious mental issues. You better get her brain checked." My mom didn't understand what she meant at the time. Not until I got home and their adopted daughter started her sob story right in front of me. "Pearl, your old room gets the most sunlight, and I'm used to it now. Can you let me have it, please?" I looked at her with pity. "Megan, will you die without sunlight?" "No." Megan spread her hands. "But the doctor said I have poor circulation. I need 8 hours of sunlight every day. So you'll have to make do with the maid's room. I need the other rooms too." She didn't even wait for my response before having my stuff thrown into the maid's quarters. Looking at her retreating figure, I laughed. Then I went to the hardware store and bought 18 space heaters. In the dead of night, I snuck into Megan's room. First, I slipped a sleeping pill into her mouth, then placed all the heaters around her bed, cranked every single one to maximum, then plugged them all in. An hour later, Megan let out a pig-like squeal. She was nearly roasted alive, her whole body red, her face covered in angry welts. Mom and Dad rushed her to the hospital overnight. When they got back and checked the security footage, they discovered I was the culprit. Before dawn, I was dragged out of bed. Dad's face was black with rage as he demanded to know why I set up the heaters. To help her get better, I yawned. She said she needs sunlight for her circulation. I was just trying to speed up her recovery. Dad pressed down his fury. "What about the sleeping pill?" I blinked innocently. I was worried she couldn't handle it. If she's asleep, she won't feel the heat. Unfortunately, Dad didn't praise my thoughtfulness. He was shaking with rage, too choked up to speak. Mom rubbed his back while telling me to stop talking. They forced me to promise I'd apologize to Megan at the hospital. The next morning, I bought a fruit basket at the market and followed Mom to the hospital. Once in the room, I apologized to Megan. Just then, the doctor needed Mom's signature, so she left the room. The second she was gone, Megan's expression changed. First, she made me peel an orange for her. After I handed it over, she smiled at me. "Pearl, you know what? Mom and Dad love me more. If your own parents don't even like you, how pathetic is your life? If I were you, I'd go back to that hillbilly dump so I wouldn't be such a burt." She didn't get to finish that last word before I slapped it back down her throat. I jumped on her, slapping left and right, smack, smack, smack. After several hits, Megan finally found her voice and started wailing. But before I could really get into it, someone yanked me off. "Pearl, what the hell are you doing?" I looked up. It was my brother, whom I hadn't seen in ages. Yesterday, when I got home, Mom and Dad said he was on a business trip. I spotted the small suitcase by the door. He must have come straight from the airport, but judging by how worked up he was, he clearly wasn't here for my homecoming. Sure enough, after checking Megan's injuries, he pointed at my nose and cursed. "Are you insane?" I told him. Nope. Megan started crying beside him. "Brad, what should I do? Pearl really doesn't like me at all. I just asked her about her past life and she started hitting me. Maybe I should just move out." Her tears had Brad's heart breaking. He grabbed my wrist with a cold face. "Apologize." I was confused. "Why?" "Because you scared her." Brad was furious. "She didn't do anything to you and you just hit her for no reason. Shouldn't you—" He didn't finish his sentence. I pulled out a voice recorder from my pocket. I played everything from when Megan asked for the orange to when I slapped her. The room fell silent instantly.